everyone, I'm Mishka and welcome back to my channel. So, in today's episode of Cinderella Phenomenon, we're going to be starting Fritz's route, the second to last route of this game. And yeah, if you have not watched the other 3 routes I have done, make sure to go watch them so then you can come up to date. But before we get started, make sure to subscribe and share this video with your friends so they can find out about my amazing challenges I have right now. So yeah, let's get to it. I hope you enjoy. So I'm just starting it when we first encounter Fritz. I'm not sure. Well, I mean, yeah, because this is route. Okay. Wow, the sour face so early in the morning, princess. Hey, Fritzy. Okay, if you guys have been watching since like Rod's route, you've known that I've been wanting to do his route for forever because we don't like the only time we would really even the only time we really spoke with Fritz was in the prologue, and then like he came up during every single one of the previous routes, but we haven't really heard much about him. So yeah, let me guess, it's the king, the queen, or Princess Emily, or is it all of them? I ignore his question. Fritz, what are you doing here so early? I'm running some errands for my father. Fitzgerald Aidan Leverton, son of the highest knight of the Order of Caldera. His father, Sir 𝐶𝐞𝐬𝐿, has served the royal family for many years. Sir 𝐶𝐞𝐬𝐿 is one of the king's most trusted advisors. 3 years ago, Fritz was assigned the honor of becoming my personal knight. His presence is the only company I can tolerate nowadays. You should wait in the throne room then. Thank you. Princess, yes? You know, I haven't seen you smile once since I met you. Why is that of any importance? Still, I do hope to see you smile one day, princess. Oh, you will. Trust me, you will. But, well, I won't take up more of your time. I'll see you at 10. 10? Don't tell me you've forgotten. Forgotten what? You're going to town today, remember? I deflate as the realization dawns upon me. It has been 2 days since the king issued the order. Lucette, I would like you to accompany Emily on one of her town outings. Surely you could send maids with her instead. I would not have requested you to accompany her if I was going to send her with her maids. I want you to make an effort to get along with your stepsister. She is your sister, and you will treat her and Rod as if they were of your blood. 2 days from now, you're going to accompany Emily outside. It has been 4 years since you last left the palace. Ever since then, you've locked yourself away. You barely leave your room. Angielle was in the grip of war back then, but now the kingdom is safe and back to its former glory. And I want you to see how beautiful Angielle really is. Okay, well, let's just skip this. Oh, wait, no. Go back! Go back! The last time I left the palace was 4 years ago, when the king took me with him to check on the people after the Great War had ended. I shake my head, removing myself from the memory. I am safe here. Princess, are you alright? It won't be that bad. The townsfolk are good people. How can you be so sure? Times have changed, people change. That is precisely the problem. Mother never changed. Mother loved me until the end. Sometimes change is for the better, princess. I think you'll see that today. If you'll excuse me, I'll see you later. Okay, let's just skip to the... Oh wait. Hi, Fritzy. We're gonna go back. I cannot believe I'm outside the palace. There is no need to be so tense, princess. I would never let anything happen to you. Your only job is to relax and enjoy yourself. You ask the impossible of me. Poor Fritz. Like... Okay. Oh. And this is Sir Fitzgerald, Sir 𝐶𝐞𝐬𝐿's son. It is a pleasure to meet you, my lady. Oh, you're Sir Fitzgerald? You really are as handsome as Emily described in her letters. I'm sorry? But please don't mind her, Sir Fitzgerald. I'm sorry, Emily. Right. Yeah, embarrassing. I would prefer we finish this errand as quickly as possible. Yes, of course. I'm sorry, Your Highness. Princess, I can barely breathe in here. I just want to go back to the palace. Oh. I begin to walk away. Princess, wait. Don't follow me. Princess. I adjust my cloak, making sure my face is hidden from view. I never should have left the palace. As I walk around, I watch the people bumbling down the streets, so carefree. They work so hard for so little reward. They could work their entire lives and never have a fraction of what I have, and yet they are happy. And I heard Anise lost her job at the palace. It's true. Crown Princess Lucette made sure the poor girl was fired. I stop in my tracks at the mention of my name. Not again. Anise, was that the name of that one maid that tore Dolores' dress? If so, my decision to fire her was justified. A palace maid cannot be clumsy. Why should I tolerate poor performance? What did I do that was so wrong? I know that Anise. Hard-working, big-hearted, very good with medicine. Shame she lost her job so quickly. You know how hard the crown princess is to please. My friend at the palace says she doesn't even smile, only goes around that cold look on her face. That's probably why they call her the Ice Princess. Ice Princess, so all the times I heard the servants saying that, I'd always suspected they were talking about me. She's the complete opposite of our Princess Emily. That child's an angel. We all know she should be crown princess. A noise begins to shimmer inside me. I cannot stand here anymore, so I walk away. Fritz, come to my rescue! Ever since Emmeline entered my life, I'm always being compared to her, and now I've become second best. I'm Lucette Riella Breton, daughter of King Gennaro Breton III and the crown princess of the kingdom of Angielle. I'm of royal blood. She is nothing. Okay, yes, Fritz. Hey, there you are. Princess, you must come back with me. It is getting too late for you to remain outside. Princess, are you alright? Are you hurt? I brush him off and turn away. No need to fuss. Let us return to the palace. Let's go, Fritz. Wait, password, yeah. What's your password in this? Sorry, I'll just wait. Sorry. Alright, here we go. This is what I wanted to get to. Fritz! Chapter 3, Reunion! Oh, okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go! Oh my god. I am in town with Waltz because Parfait needed supplies for her potions and we were the only ones available to get them for her. I do not know why, but I feel on edge. Don't worry, Princess. I won't let anything bad happen to you. Though, you know, you wouldn't even have to be here if Lady Parfait hadn't placed so many orders. I do not understand why she has to get everything today. Surely she can just pick up the rest tomorrow. Oh, wait. Go back. If she was more patient, I wouldn't have needed to go out at all today for such a bothersome chore. Lady Parfait's been receiving a lot of orders lately. She needs to keep up with the demand somehow. Let's make this quick. Of course. My eyes wander to the shop right in front of me. This should be the place. How can I help? Oh, it's you. This is the witch who came into the market some time ago with mud on her shoes. What can I do for you two? We need all the items on this list, please. Waltz holds out the list Parfait gave him. The witch surveys the list, then gives a thoughtful nod. I'll collect these for you right away. It'll only be a few moments. The witch disappears into the back room. I fold my arms as we wait, my thoughts drifting. We'll be finished before you know it, Princess. Well, look who it is. Oh, it's you two! Hello again, little girl. And it seems like you're here again with your little friend. These are the men that tried to rob me when I was on the streets. Okay, if y'all watch the prologue, you guys would know. Waltz quickly steps in front of me as to shield me from the men. Can he even protect me? She cleans up alright. Almost didn't recognize her all neat. What do you want? Us? We want nothing, but we heard there's someone who wants you. What? And they're willing to pay more money than we could ever have gotten from you. The man reaches out to grab me, but Waltz slaps his hand away. The men's unwashed stench reaches my nose and I try not to gag. Ew. Don't touch her. Oi, what's this? The witch reappears at the door and the men back off slightly when she appears. None of your business. I think it is. These people are my customers. Stay out of this hag. Hag? I'm slightly startled when the witch leans forward and whispers to us, listen, you both start running, okay? You run as fast as you can and don't stop for anyone. You need to get back to the marching. But don't you worry about me. I'll distract them for as long as I can, but you need to run. Go. Oh my god. This lady helped us. Hey, look alive, boys. This one itches. Waltz grabs my hand and pulls me with him as we run, not turning back to look when we hear the shatter of glass. Oh my god. I hope that lady is okay. She is a witch. Why would she help us? Because she is a good witch princess. I am sure that she is only helping us because she wants to keep us indebted to her. We continue running against a current of people. I managed to keep up with Waltz for a time, but it is not long before my hand slips out of his and I am lost to the crowd. The minute I am separated from Waltz, I stop. Panic begins to well up inside of me. Waltz! I frantically look around the crowds trying to find him, but I fail. I need to get back to the march-in. Slowly it dawns on me that I am a part of town that I do not recognize. I do not know my way around this area. I knew leaving the march-in was a bad idea. When I see Parfait again, I would give her a piece of my mind. I found her. Oh no. I immediately turn on my heels and run as fast as I can. I am so panicked I cannot see what is in front of me. I do not notice the man in front of me until I crash into him. I prepare to fall, but the man has braced himself just before I crash into him. We both somehow manage to remain upright. Excuse me, Princess? This voice. I look up in shock. Fritz! Fritz? It really is you, Princess How does he remember who I am? There she is. I have no time to think about this now. I grab his arm and pull him with me into a run. Oh my god. Why are we running? Wait, is he cursed? Oh my god, he is cursed. Somehow he's barely out of breath despite how long we've been running. It sends a silver of irritation through me. I think those men want to sell me. What? I shake my hand as I try to tug him forward again, however Fritz does not budge. Princess, this is very irritating. We must keep moving. I see her. Oh no. Princess. Wait, Fritz is a knight. I trust you can manage these two fools. With one hand behind my back. With a nod and a confident smile, he turns to face the oncoming men. He moves to stand in front of me, effectively shielding me with his body. 2 on 1? I don't like your chances, boy. We've got no business with you, we just want the girl. Run on home. She'll be more trouble than this is worth. You'll have to get through me first. Ha, and how are you going to stop us with this? Oh! Fritz brandishes his sword and smiles at them. Fritz is second only to his father in his ability with his sword. His skill is obvious just in the way he holds his blade. Waving a sword around isn't going to scare us away this time. The girl is worth enough gold to sort out any scratches we might get. Any closer and I'll do more than scratch you. Get him. The fight is over as quickly as it starts. I cannot keep up with Fritz's movement, but when I'm able to focus on him again, the 2 men are completely immobilized. One is sprawled out on the ground with Fritz's foot firmly placed on his back. The other is collapsed against the wall of the alleyway, with the tip of Fritz's sword pressed against his neck. You wanted to question them. Fritz is completely unscathed. I turn to look at the man against the wall, thinking he might be more capable of speech at this time. Who was going to pay you? I'd answer her. I watch as Fritz presses his sword against the man's neck, enough to draw a gasp out of him. It was a witch. A witch. Waltz insisted the witch we meant was good, but this is just further proof that witches will always be inherently wicked. It was a witch, I swear. We got a note with your picture, then it burned to pieces right before our eyes once we read it. What did the note say? Just to get you to the witch in one piece. That payment would come when that happened. How much was the payment? Answer me. 1,000 good gold pieces, a whole 1,000. 1,000 gold pieces would be enough to feed a family for years. Princess. Not just anyone would have that kind of wealth. They would have to be nobility, royalty even. Are witches disguising themselves as members of the aristocracy? I know how to say this. I need Google. Like, this is absolutely ridiculous. Google Translate. Oh my god, like I cannot say it right now. My voice is like dying. Aristocracy or something. Aristocracy. That's what I meant to say now. Princess. Yes. What do you want to do with these two? I look at the men and feel something icy run through my veins. These men were going to abduct me. There is no telling what they would have done to me if they had caught me. Please, don't beg. What would your son say if he heard you? He has a family? That doesn't matter. Even if I had mentioned my family, it would not have made a difference. Wait, what did you do to her? Do to who? The woman at the shop, what did you do to her? Nothing that can't be fixed. Did you hurt her? When neither of the men answered me, I frowned. I do not know why that witch was trying to save me, but she did try. These men cannot get away with whatever they wish. Answer me, what did you do to her? Nothing that won't heal. The anger was nothing, but a small flame burns full first in my chest. They do not deserve mercy. Ooh. Spare them or punish them. I mean, we're trying to change. Just spare them. They deserve to be punished, but these men were nothing but puppets to some other master. Punishing them is a waste of time. It is an additional burden I do not care to shoulder. Princess. Promise not to come after me ever again. Swear it. I swear on my life you'll never see me again. I swear it as well. Let them go. As you wish. Fritz and I leave the men behind in the alleyway. I sigh in relief when the scenery around me becomes more familiar. From here I can probably find my way back to the march-in. Fritz is so unusually quiet that I barely notice him as I become wrapped up in my thoughts. What does a witch want with me? As far as I know, I have never done anything to a witch. Princess. I am startled when Fritz talks. Yes. You let those men go. I wasn't expecting you to. You showed them mercy when not everyone would have. Mercy? Is that what that was? I think Fritz just has more faith in my morality. I did not spare those men to save them. I spared them to avoid the consequences. It was difficult. The most meaningful of shows of mercy often are, but why is he smiling at me like that? What? Sure. What time is it? I noticed Fritz fidgeting. It is a sure sign that he has something else he wants to say. What is it? Where have you been, Princess? One day you just suddenly disappeared. No one in the palace seems to remember you at all. Why am I the only person who can remember you? Could Fritz be... Are you cursed, Fritz? Fritz looks shocked. Are you talking about the Fairytale Curse? Yes. No, of course not. What makes you think I am? If he is not cursed, how could he know who I am? Are you a witch or a fairy? Fritz stares at me as if I have grown another head. I don't understand why you're asking me this, Princess. I am definitely human. Could it be that he is somehow unaware of the conditions of his curse? I must speak with Delore and Parfait about this. Princess, what is going on? Princess! I need to get back to the march-ins as quickly as possible so I can speak to Parfait and Delore about what Fritz's curse might be. Waltz is probably looking for me as well. Then abruptly, Fritz puts himself in front of me, blocking my path. What are you doing? I could actually do the same thing. Where are you going? I am returning to the march-in. The march-in? It's a tavern for the curse. I've been living there. Princess, are you saying that you've been cursed? Oh, I forgot that I hadn't told him yet. Princess, I need answers, please. I suppose you will not let me leave without an explanation. Not after you suddenly disappeared like that. Very well. Delore and Parfait will have to wait. Oh, what's this? Fritz is convinced the only place I will be safe is his house, and I am not in the mood to argue with him. I look around the modest living room. I did not realize that you had lodging outside of your room in the palace. I grew up here. I was older than usual when I started training to be a knight, so I spent a lot of time in his house. He walks over and hands me a mug of tea. The comforting scent of it and the realization that he has made it precisely as I prefer it makes something loosen inside of me. Fritz sits opposite me, his eyes bright and focused. Start at the beginning. Please, Princess, I need to know in order to put my mind at ease. One night, I was in the palace, and then the next morning, I was on the street dressed in rags. I tell him about no one remembering who I am, about my first encounter with the men that Fritz fought in the alleyway. I tell him how I was saved by those at the margin. Yet, I say nothing about Dolores Parfait, and I deliberately leave the identities of the marching boarders anonymous. I am not sure why exactly, but I feel suspicion tugging insistently at me. How is it possible for someone to be unaware of their curse? Romba has amnesia and even he knows he is cursed. Fritz said that he is a human. I can trust him, right? I close my eyes and will the impending headache away. Maybe Mother was right. Maybe it is impossible to trust anyone, including my knight. It was your curse. Princess, can I still trust you, Fritz? Fritz does not even bother trying to mask his shock. There is sadness in his eyes. When have I ever betrayed you, Your Highness? Fritz has been loyal to me ever since he was assigned to me, but every person I've trusted has turned me apart from Mother. Even my beloved doll betrayed me. How can I be sure that Fritz will not do the same? I swore on my life that I would protect you, Princess. I would never lie to you or do anything that would put you in harm's way. Cinderella, I had to complete 3 good deeds to break it. Cinderella, are you sure the fairy tale is about... It's been reversed in my case. Oh, that makes sense. What will you do now? Return to the margin. I must break my curse. I can't allow that unless I stay at the margin with you. What? Why? I've been wondering where you were this whole time, Princess, trying to find you. And now that I've found you, I must resume my duties. I need to protect you, and I want to make sure you are safe by staying with you. You are no longer my knight, Fritz. You work for Emily now, don't you? I am not her personal knight. I work in shifts with her other guards, so I'm not expected to stay the whole day. Besides that, I am your knight, and I intend to fulfill that role until you no longer need my services. I failed to protect you from being cursed. Let me protect you this time, Princess. Fritz is very capable, and no doubt he will be able to protect me better than anyone else at the margin. And who knows how many people received the witch's note. The witch hadn't even need to enter the march in herself, so as long as she has others to capture me. No matter where I am not safe, especially when I have no idea who I can trust. Stay here, stay with me. I'll be able to be with you, I can keep you safe. It won't be for long, just until I can get you back into the palace where you belong. And how will you do that? No one, apart from the curse, the witches, and the fairies, remember that I am the crown princess. I still remember you. You must be cursed as well, Fritz. There is no other explanation. I would think I'd remember if I had been a cursed princess. I would be inclined to agree. Even Rumple, who had forgotten everything else, remembered that he'd been cursed. But then what could Fritz's fairy tale be? Yeah. Oh, it's dark now. I hadn't truly intended on staying with Fritz, but somehow the day passes by without me noticing. Before I know it, night has fallen. It is far too late to attempt to return the march on my own now, even if for some reason Fritz allowed me to leave his house. You can stay in the guest room, Princess. My father returns here at night after his duties are over for the day. I'd almost forgotten. Sir Alcaster Leverton, Fritz's father and the commander of the Order of 𝐃𝐞𝐬𝐜𝐫𝐢𝐩𝐿. I thought he'd have his own room at the palace like you do. My father never stayed the night at the palace as far as I know. He always comes back here to sleep no matter how late he leaves the palace, or how early he has to get up to return there. Good evening, Father. Alcaster looks at me, then Fritz. Who is this? The way of the staring makes me feel like looking away, but I manage to stare back at him coolly. This is Lucette of Breton, the daughter of King General Breton III and the crown princess of the kingdom of Angielle. I am not in the mood for games, boy. It's truth. I told you about her when she disappeared, that she'd been forgotten. Nonsense. She'd been forgotten because of the Fairytale Curse. Sir Alcaster's eyes are cold and calculating. I do not like the way he is looking at me. What is your fairy tale? I do not want to tell him. Sir Alcaster's gaze grows colder as his question is met by a long stretch of silence. I only relent when I see Fritz about to answer for me. Cinderella. I trust you will break your curse, Princess. Sir Alcaster says nothing more, and I am surprised when he simply walks away into a bedroom and away from us. The door closes behind him, and Fritz and I are left alone. It'll make things easier if he believes us. I saw the look in his eyes. I doubt he believes us. That would be too simple. Ooh, this is a nice room. Sleep does not come easily, even though this bed is significantly more comfortable than the bed at the merchant. What could Fritz's curse be? I sit up in bed when I hear footsteps outside. I stare at the clock. It is almost 2 in the morning. You are late. My apologies. That is Sir Alcaster's voice, but I do not recognize the other one. Come, we have much to discuss. The sound of their footsteps slowly fade and silence descends once more. I suppose being the commander of the Order of 𝐃𝐞𝐬𝐜𝐫𝐢𝐩𝐿 means that he is always busy, but working at this time? Soon enough, my exhaustion coaxed me back into slumber. I closed my eyes and let my desire to sleep win over my curiosity. Oh, what's this? It's true, she definitely takes after you-know-who. I heard that rather than speak to people, she only ever speaks to her dolls. Oh, Lucette looks more older in this one. I can believe that. She seems a little weird in the head. She is so strange. I can't believe she's going to be queen one day. Oh, good morning, Your Highness. Please excuse us. Wow. Despite my exhaustion, my sleep is brief with all the thoughts whirling through my mind. When I feel it is late enough, I finally step out of bed and make my way toward the living room. Sir Alcaster are both there, but they fall silent at my entry. Sir Alcaster? Princess, are you leaving for the palace? Yes. Will you be able to get the princess back into the palace? I will inform Mithras of the situation. Sir Mithras? But Father, Sir Mithras won't. Mithras will work as quickly as possible to resolve this. In the meantime, she will be safe here, won't she? I am standing close enough to Fritz that I notice his body posture stiffen. I can see the way he clenches his hands into fists, the way he squares his shoulders. Of course she is. I am her knight. Then there is no problem. You and Sir Alcaster do not seem very close. Fritz sighs. He looks somewhat flushed, though it doesn't seem to be out of any embarrassment. Princess, should I not have said anything? No, you should have. I noticed the way he spoke to you, and in the palace, I never saw the two of you together. I didn't think you would notice. Why? You are my knight. I spend a lot of time with you, so of course I am aware of how others treat you. I also know what it is like to be distant from your own family. If you do not wish to speak of such matters, you do not need to. Thank you, Princess. Fritz clears his throat before he turns to me. His smile is so bright it seems to light up his face. Would you like to get breakfast? I happen to know where the best baker in all of Angielle sells her croissants. The thought of her croissants makes my mouth water. I am at the door in seconds. What are you standing around for? I'm hungry. We leave at once then. The shortest route to the bakery from Fritz's house leads us past the palace gates. Princess, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Fritz's voice fades into the background when I notice the royal family eating their breakfast outside. Emmeline sits underneath the shade of a cherry blossom tree, reading aloud from some book in her hands. Rod is smiling as he pours tea for all of them, and Ophelia is looking on with clear love in her eyes for the family that surrounds her. The king laughs at something Emmeline is saying. He looks happier than I've ever seen him before. They truly are happier now that I do not exist with them. Father has never once looked at me the way he's looking at them. They can't miss what they don't remember. I'm sorry for bringing you here. I should have known it would be difficult. How could you have known? You're my charge. It's my job to know. Exactly how much does he know about me? I realize we have been walking as Fritz talked. The palace gates are well behind us, and the royal family is thankfully out of earshot. Here we are. The variety of breads and pastries in the window of the bakery make my heart skip a beat. It has been a long time since I have seen such delicious-looking pastries. Pick anything you want, Princess. Anything? Whatever you want. I know how much you like your pastries. Maybe I'll finally see you smile. What? Go on in, Princess. I'll be right behind you. Fritz and I return to his home to eat our pastries. They are truly the best croissants I've ever had. As we come to the end of breakfast, Fritz turns to me, a hesitant expression on his face. Princess, yes. I hate to say this, but I'm expected at the palace today. I'm afraid I have to ask you to stay here on your own. But the people at the March-In, I was planning on returning today to explain why I haven't been back. But it's not safe for you outside. I understand, but there are people I must see. I will not stay here for much longer. Aw. Can I really not change your mind about staying here? I know that Fritz can certainly keep me safe, but I cannot shake the feeling that I am safer at the March-In, even if it means having to stay with the witch that cursed me. When I do not answer, Fritz shies and shakes his head. Very well, I will ask for a day off so I can personally escort you back to this March-In tomorrow. Sorry? Take me back tomorrow. Tomorrow then. I spend the day looking around the house. This home is so impersonal. You never know two different people live here. The rooms are so empty. Even I have my dolls in my room. As I walk about the living room, I notice a broom standing forgotten alone in a corner. I suddenly remember the broom Delora enchanted for me. I do not miss that broom. But this one could definitely use a ribbon. Mr. Broom. Princess. Fritz, that was fast. I have something for you. Oh, wait. Delora! I found this doll in my room at the palace. She's one of yours, isn't she? The Delora doll was in my room, but how? She is. I thought so. Isn't she one of your favorites? Yes, she was, until she cursed me. How did she get into your room? No idea. Perhaps one of the maids left her there, but I thought you'd like it if I brought her back for you. After finishing dinner, Fritz excuses himself to run more errands, so I returned to my room. Earlier when Fritz had given her to me, I threw Delora on my bed. Delora. Now I turn to glare at her, and all at once the doll becomes alive with a sigh. Would you believe me if I said I was worried? No. I honestly thought you were going to act like you didn't recognize me. It made me happy that you said I was your favorite, Lucette. You were my favorite. You wooed me, princess. Why does everyone say that? What are you doing here? Do you have any idea how worried Parfait was? When Wallace came back alone and told us what happened, well, Parfait and Anise went into hysterics. The boys and Jurian looked like they were going to commit murder. When you didn't come back that night, I had a lot of trouble convincing everyone to stay at the Marchand when they wanted to look for you. Especially Waltz. You have no idea how guilty he felt after losing you like that. They were looking for me. Princess, why didn't you come back to the Marchand? I was going to, but Fritz is overprotective. I know it's not. Hush. Don't hush. I stop myself when I hear footsteps just outside the door. This is entirely unnecessary. The walls have ears for Alcaster. The two men walk away, leaving the hallway silent. This is just another one of Alcaster's late-night errands. But my words die in my throat when I turn to Delora and see that she is eerily silent, her forehead furrowed. This presence, Delora. It is weak, but it's there. I can feel it. Delora, what are you talking about? Finally, Delora looks at me slowly, as if just now recognizing we are both in the same room. This is bad. We must return to the Marchand now. I don't want to go back. Chapter 4, Mask. You know, now that has come up, is Varg Fritz? Because now that I'm just realizing they look alike. Mask, Varg has a mask, and Fritz is cursed? Is Varg like his alter ego or something? I watch as Delora paces on the floor along the side of the bed. You're a witch. Can't you just teleport us out of here? Teleportation and portals are high-level magic that only the bearers and a select few can cast. I look closely at her, so you cannot cast that spell. I would have cast it already if I could, princess. I had thought with all the bluffing you do that you would be more capable. Any more sass and I'll turn you into a toad. You wouldn't dare. Or would I? I glare at her, but she does not look away. Arguing will not get us out of here. We need to get back to the Marchand. Why can't we just ask Fritz to help us? It would be easier that way. I do not understand why he can't just come with us. I don't trust him. That means nothing coming from someone as untrustworthy as you. Well, I can say with certainty that I am the most trustworthy person you have right now, dear princess, and I can also promise that you are not safe here. Then I insist Fritz come with us. I know he has a curse, which means he should be welcome there. No, until I can prove that he can be trusted, he is not welcome. He might be the same as Alcaster. The moment Delora mentions Sir Alcaster, she suddenly stops speaking. She shakes her head and turns away. What does Sir Alcaster have to do with any of this? Nothing you should concern yourself with. You are still the most suspicious one here, witch. That's it. I've run out of patience. I'm done waiting around, princess. We're going back to the Marchand right now. And how do you suppose we'll sneak past Fritz? Delora smiles at me. The mischief in that smile is all too familiar. Oh no. I am a witch princess. I walk alongside Delora as we make our way back to the Marchand. Delora is now in her human form, humming cheerfully. Not what you were expecting? No. Sometimes simple is better. Why use a spell when a potion will do the trick? That's why she had me distract Fritz at dinner. Was a sleeping potion in his cup. Perceptive, yes, nothing can wake him from his slumber, but he will wake up. Please, I'm a good witch, remember? I don't do the killing thing. Now pick up the pace, princess. We have a meeting to get to. Oh, yay. We make it back to the Marchand without incident. Jurian and Garland are waiting inside for us. As soon as they see us, they dart toward the door. You both made it. We were worried we might need to break it in order to get you both out. Don't sound so surprised. I told you I could handle this. Then why did it take you so long to return here? Because someone was being stubborn and refused to leave without her knight. You weren't followed. Of course not. I'm very glad you're alright, princess. Fritz is my personal knight. The time I've spent with him was the safest I felt since I've been cursed. It felt more normal. I know he is dependable and will do whatever I ask of him. It is his job to protect me after all. I barely know these people. I would rather be with Fritz, but something about Sir Alcaster puts me on edge. As you can see, the princess is perfectly fine. She hasn't thought at all. Jurian ignores Delora and fixes her gaze on me. We were very worried when you suddenly disappeared, princess. I stare at her confused. What was there to be worried about? I was with Fritz. I know that the circumstances may not have been the best, but Fritz protected me. And I had plans to return to the Marchand at some point. Why does anyone here care what happens to me anyway? Where's Parfait? Well, she isn't here. She's barely been back since you left. What? Ever since we got your message that you found the princess, Lady Parfait has been absent from the march-in. She returns, but only ever briefly. Does she say where she goes? No, she won't answer even if someone asks. Just smiles that fairy smile of hers and says nothing at all. Drives me crazy when she does that. What is going on? So the fairy we need to see isn't here. I thought I wanted to return here, but now that everyone knows I am safe, it is fine to return to Fritz, isn't it? I feel so easy being around so many people that are openly keeping secrets from me. Then there is no reason for me to be in here. I can return to Fritz. No, you're in no position to order me around. I will go back and no one will stop me. I begin walking toward the door when I hear Dolores sigh heavily behind me. Alright, keep your dress on. I was not planning on removing it. It's a figure of... Oh, never mind. Look, just give me a few seconds, okay? I need to get some things and then we'll go back. Don't even think that I'll let you go back alone, princess. I am left alone with Jurian and Garland. Are you really staying in 𝐒𝐿𝐵𝐷𝐿𝐼𝐻𝑟's home? I'd almost forgotten that Jurian and Garland had served under Sir 𝐒𝐿𝐵𝐷𝐿𝐼𝐻𝑟's command when they were still in the Order of 𝐾𝐿DERA. Yes. The two former knights are uncharacteristically quiet, their expressions dark. Is something wrong? Are you sure you're safe there, princess? Of course. Fritz has been my personal knight for the last 3 years. I know he will protect me no matter what. Just be careful around 𝐿𝐵𝐷𝐿𝐼𝐻𝑟. Does something happen between you and Sir 𝐿𝐵𝐷𝐿𝐼𝐻𝑟? I'd still be a part of that Order of 𝐾𝐿DERA if it weren't for him. It was said that Jurian and Garland had been discharged for disobeying Sir 𝐿𝐵𝐷𝐿𝐼𝐻𝑟's orders, but is that the whole truth? No. He is a two-faced traitor if I ever saw him again. Jurian, what happened? It's nothing to worry about, princess. Dolores told me the same thing. What exactly are they hiding about Sir 𝐿𝐵𝐷𝐿𝐼𝐻𝑟? She should be worried about it. Damn it, of all the people in Angielle, she should know what he is planning. Someone calls. We turn to see Dolores standing there looking at us expectantly.